Domo arigato, Baba Larmor. Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. No need for an intro today at all, really. Today we are talking about a hot topic that is hugely special to me, hugely nostalgic and loved in this basement. An era I love, an album I love. It is this.
The Return of Kiss. The Return of Kiss. Don't miss The Return of Kiss. It's the album you've waited 2 years to hear. Kiss Dynasty. It's the hot new, all-new album from Casablanca. Kiss Dynasty.
And here it is, the 1979 Japan pressing of Dynasty. I've been in love with Obies since the first time I ever saw one. And I want to say that the first one that ever came into my life was the Japan pressing of Bryan Adams' debut record, his first album. It's not the first Obi I ever saw, but it's the first Obi I saw where I was like, I have to own that, because I loved how the pink kind of added to the purple of the record. I've always loved this album cover just for the purple design, but the pink Obi really brought out a cool factor to that record, and ever since, Obies have sort of been a passion of mine. Like I said, there's just something so fun about them. I don't read Japanese, so I have no idea what they say, but it just adds a little more coolness to the vinyl. We're not going to spend a huge amount of time on this, but I just wanted to also show the back. The back is pretty fun. Ads for previous records: Love Gun, Alive 2, Double Platinum, and the solo albums. And then, of course, being a Japan pressing, you have that Victor Musical Industries. It would be fun if the track listing was written in Japanese, but we do have fun with the inner sleeve. Now, as far as American pressings, we're all familiar with this inner sleeve, the jacket that the record came in, but for the Japan pressing, this is actually a book and a fun little flip through and variant on the poster. The book opens up to Dynasty, and here all the track listing is written in Japanese. Would be super cool if it was on the back cover, because then I'd have to buy two. Frame one side, frame the front, frame the back. And then I don't know if these are liner notes or a story, but it's all written in Japanese. I assume it may be a story. Maybe? Given that at the end? Bolded there? I don't know. If you're fluent in Japanese, pause this video and read this and leave me a comment as to what this is. That would be totally awesome if somebody would do that. That would make my day. Here is the variant of the poster. It's actually in this book with the Kiss logo there and the Dynasty logo there. I will admit, not as fun as the poster. The poster in the American version, you pull that poster out and it's just gigantic. And that was one of my very first pieces of merch as a teenager, so that poster is very important to me. It's always been up on my bedroom wall, basement wall. But here it is in the Japan book. And then we go to the song lyrics, which if you've ever read the English translation of song lyrics from Japanese, it's pretty fun, because not all the time does it translate the way we know the songs from listening to the songs, and it's kind of fun to catch little nuances here and there. Now this piece warms my heart. This is an ad for the Kiss book by Robert Duncan. Only this is the Japan pressing that is completely translated into Japanese. I have the American version, but seeing this ad for the Japanese version, my completest itch is itching. Is it a scratch that itches, or I don't know, whatever. But my completest alarm is going off, and I need to add the Japanese version of this book. I did a book report on this book my sophomore year of high school in Mrs. Bodorf's English class. And a few years ago, I returned to that high school and talked about that book. That was one of my favorite days. Doing these vlogs, there are some things I have favorite days with. Returning to that high school was one. It's just one of those special days that stand out, and it was just a lot of fun. It was kind of, you see life full circle, and everything makes sense, and you feel a whole lot of gratitude for being a Kiss fan. Always proud to be a Kiss fan. And then the back cover is that glorious roller rink vibe inner sleeve. There's something so 1979 disco roller rink about this inner sleeve. Always has been a favorite of mine. And another great use of those solo album colors. Probably the last time we would ever see those used, if you think about it. They're not really present on Unmasked. Definitely not the Elder or Creatures. So there you go. We've found another little Easter egg. Quite possibly the last use of the solo album colors in the classic era. They use them today, and that's just not right. So there you have the Japan pressing, Dynasty 1979, a glorious add to the foreign pressing wall. I don't even want to think about getting those 80s reissues. The black and yellow series. Oh my gosh. That's... Some rabbit holes are best left untouched. Before we skedaddle for the evening,
Time to wash this one.
I did some updates to the room. Added this IKEA shelf back here. And I purchased some LED lights off Amazon. And they're kind of cool. So you can, I just put them all on the back there, and you can go in any color you want. There's red, green. Oh, red's kind of cool. Green, blue, and white. There's white. And there's Baba Pee-wee. I've had it on blue since I've done it, but I'm kind of digging that red. That red's kind of cool with the green and very Christmassy. Season we just got done celebrating. But I thought I would show that. These LED lights are pretty sweet. I would recommend them. Not very hard to put up. Time consuming, but not very hard. And it adds a little disco fun to your display. And actually, perfect weather for the Japan pressing of Dynasty to show up.
Time to wash this one.
Because it is actual Dynasty weather out here. Thank you for waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Yep, it's Dynasty weather. Take care, be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. Tonight, no real long-winded intro. Mwah. No real long-winded intro Mwah. Into this one, because it's an album I love. It's an album I love. It's a dog I love.